Okay, so I'm going to take a look at this image for a black and white project. And what I can see is as I look at this image of Martin Luther King, um, that there's all the contrast is more in the middle values. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to duplicate my layer, duplicate layer. I'm going to hit OK. And this will be a black and white photo project. Now, a lot of times I like to do this just so I have a copy of the original one, and then the layer up on top. This is going to be the image that's going to be edited. So for instance, if I use the dodge and the burn. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come and I'm going to apply the black and white adjustment layer. So now I could first start with, I'm going to come right to here, black and white. Okay, so there we have it. Now, I can see when I look at this image of Dr. King, this is definitely getting a lot of the sky, but I want to work more in with him. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to come on into the layers, and I'm going to actually put this in the trash because I'm going to redo this. I'm going to say delete. So what I can do instead very quickly is I can grab my selection tool. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I believe that it's going to be pretty darn easy to get this image. It might get a little tricky when we get into the sun. When we get into the white clouds. But look how easy that was to just capture him. All right, so what I can do right now is I want to start and look at the distribution of value on here, on this image right here. So I'm going to begin first with the levels on here, and I can see that absolutely most of these values, look, there really is no black on here. It's all very much middle values. So I'm going to reset that, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to reset the white as well. Now, look and see what's happening. See, I got that little piece in there. So what I want to do is, it's going to be pretty easy to fix that. So we have it. I can see I have him. I like him a lot better. Right now, there's a lot more contrast. Now, when I come on into my layer, the good news is I can double click into here and I can put black up on top. I can grab my brush and I can take away from the selection very, very easily. And this is a mask. So see now how that is no longer in the selection. Okay, that was a mask. Okay, so again, in order, if we just to go over that, when we come on into the layer, whenever we have a mask in here, we can cover up what's below the section by working with black and the white. And I have other videos on layer masks to take a closer look at. All right, so there we have it. Now, what I want to do now is I want to actually apply the black and white layer and see what I think. So I'm going to come on in and I am going to choose black and white. And I have the whole thing as black and white. And I'm going to leave it as that and see what we think. If we come on in, here it is if I turn this one off. All right, so what that does, by just coming in and approaching that one area, it gives this a lot more contrast. Now I could also come in very quickly and work with the dodge and the burn. If I wanted to push this even a little bit further, maybe I'll just do one quick scoop and just lighten some of the highlights. That's what I want to do. So in order to lighten, again, we grab dodge. I'm going to say I want to focus in on highlights. And I need to, now this is the thing, if you're on this layer and you come in, nothing's going to happen. You're going to be sitting there like, nothing's happening. You need to make sure when you're in your layers that you are selected onto the image. And I'm going to do a little swoop, 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 swoop. Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to lower the exposure so it happens slower. All right, so see, once you lower the exposure, it happens slower. And I want to really just focus in here on Dr. King. Maybe even in on his face. All right, and there we have it. We have fixed the photo, changed it up. There's an image of a black and white photo project happening in progress.